And a 1, 2, 3, 4. Ba ba da ba ba ba. So there's an achievement in this game called Head First. And to get it, you have to complete the drill head and tip first. They should have just called it just a tip. That would have been funnier. At the fairground, knock over all the coconuts. Hold on, I gotta check out which level this is. Because I forget which one's the fairgrounds. Ba, 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 ba. Wait, did that say Square Enix? That explains how they got Final Fantasy VII to be in this game. Ba, 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 ba. Well, I don't see it. I like how clean the Lost City Palace is somewhere in the Pacific Ocean. That is west of California and east of Japan. Goodness, got caught in my throat. Where the heck is the recreational park? Did a DLC? Hold on. It might actually be a DLC. Where the heck is the DLC? Specials? Specials. Oh, it's like a whole thing. I think it might be in the SpongeBob one, though. Yeah, it's probably one of the DLC ones. Man, this game is huge. Pause. Anyway, we are on the paintball arena. I think I might have changed the keybinds and I forgot. This game is so long that I forgot what I did in it. But last week we cleaned off the mine carts in the mines and all that stuff. There's a gnome here that we're just gonna leave in there. We'll waterboard him later. Get the secrets of the Lucky Charms out of him and all that. You know, as you do with gnomes. And we had boxes, rocks, and a whole base to clean off, so let's get to it. I had to get someone in chat who, like, regularly goes on TikTok and ask if, they're advertising kid cereals on there. Or if it's still on TV, because, like, that would be bad marketing. Because how many people that are young, like, actually go and watch cable TV? As opposed to, like, YouTube or something like that. Funny enough, I think YouTube got its start as a dating website. You upload a video about, who you are, and then people can watch it and see if they want to, like, give you a chance. And then people just uploaded all sorts of other videos on it, and it just changed. So yeah, there's that. Hold on, I think I can get there if I just... There we go. I polished the rock. Dwayne Johnson will thank me for it. Anyway, base time. What's up, Max Payne? You were just playing PowerWash Simulator today? How would you clean? How far are you in the game? As we're currently in the Muckingham Files, and there's a lot of jokes I can make about that. But sometimes the jokes just write themselves, you know? Ooh. I haven't gotten there yet, actually. But after we're done with the Muckingham Files parts 1 through 6, we're gonna do the DLCs for the holidays. So that isn't too far into the future before I get to that. Instead of water, do you clean stuff off with blood? Or is the water red? Because that would just be thematic. Like, uber thematic. Yeah. Also, did you complete the game? Because it's a tragic tale about saving the world. That you should definitely experience. Also, we're gonna get a little text from what's his face, here in a second. We go clean the top down from before we clean the outside. If they can't do blood for the cleaning, for the water in the Halloween DLC, they should at least do ectoplasm. That'd be funny. Also, ectoplasm is such a weird word. It sounds like what ghosts have in their bloodstream. But that's plasma. Life really is too short and you have to learn to seize the day. Carpe diem. That's a hit song by Lotus Juice, by the way. Look it up. You see, Mickey told us the other day that this is about to be his final battle ever. I just wish I had told him what he meant to me before it was too late. What, did he get painted out? I suppose I could still drive to Sparkleton and drop in on him, but with the price of diesel, he'd be lucky. How much is diesel that he can't drive out there? Or did Sparkleton put like a huge, what's it called? Tariff on diesel because Sparkle, they want to stay clean or something. I just imagine they have a bunch of EV charging stations there now. Can you imagine driving into Diesel Town and all of a sudden there's just like a slew of like oil refineries and stuff? The reverse would be funnier though. But I feel like that's overdone. Like big people call tiny and stuff. Which, by the way, is overdone as a joke because it was available like way back. Or that joke was made way back in the 90s. I would know because I had a game from the 90s that did that. Don't mind me, just getting the walls. You know what? I should get the ceiling. Let's do the ceiling. It's gotta be a faster way of doing this. This works. I realize I'm not getting all of it, but I'll go back over and get the parts I missed. Blah, 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 water. You know, it would be thematic. Changing the color of the splats to red for the Halloween DLC. I should be able to finish the ceiling. Oh, there we go. That's what I missed. I was gonna say after I get the wall, but spotted the sludge or the paint off the corner of my eye. You see, chat, this is why I wear glasses. So I can spot things like the inconsistencies in video games. That is totally what my education has come down to. I totally got a degree for that. Hey, Cactus, how you doing? My day was pretty good. I can't remember if I took a nap or if I had a dream that I took a nap. But either way, it was relaxing. How was your day? I also had a couple cups of coffee, watched some videos that I liked. That's a good question. I don't know. You ever have those dreams where it seems like they're too realistic and then you question whether it actually happened or not? Or is that just me? Sometimes I have a dream and then, like, I see a clock in the dream and it reads as, like, 6 in the morning or something. A little bit of time passes. I wake up at 7 and I'm just like, I can read the time in my dreams. There's also those naps where you wake up, it's dark outside, and you're like, what year is it? And then you look at your clock and it's like, it says 6 o'clock or like 5 or something, and you're like, is it 5 p.m. or a.m.? Okay, there's actually a really funny story about that. One time when I was, I think in high school, I was getting up, or, I was waking up from a nap, and I checked my clock and it said 6 o'clock. I didn't know that it was 6 p.m. after I had gotten home. I thought I had gotten home, slept throughout the entire night, like for 14 hours, because I was just exhausted. And I thought that it was like 6 in the morning. So I was walking back to school and I was wondering why it was getting darker, not lighter. And I checked and it was like p.m. So yeah, I walked all the way back to school after school for no reason. At least I got my exercise in. But imagine like driving down in your car or something and you just see red rules. And you just see some kid just walking with his backpack like all the way back to school. His or her backpack. And then you're just like, oh, that's weird. Surprisingly, no one told me to like turn around or like, hey, why are you going to school? And I would have just been like, but it's 6 in the morning. Then they would have corrected me probably. So yeah, that was a series of fun events that happened once upon a time in a galaxy far, far away. Hear the Star Wars theme. So, if you ever have one of those moments where you feel like you did a big dumb, just remember They call me School Walker. No, they actually don't. Be funny if they did, though. I could claim I'm a Jedi. No, School Walker. I am your teacher. The Force powers are just people being able to solve, like, really difficult equations. And, like, name off theorems off the top of their head and stuff. It's not called Star Wars, it's called School Wars. Somebody get out the pots and pans, because I'm cooking. Master Yoda is just the principal. Plot twist. Darth Vader is the assistant principal. Ba, ba, ba. If you're talking about the lights, I'll get to them. Those require a little bit of extra care. Besides, if there is a spot that I missed, it's gonna tell me and then I'll feel like a dum-dum. So, haha, retribution, I suppose. Check this section. Nope, this post still has stuff on it. Oh yeah, no, we'll go over the whole ceiling in just a second. No worries there. Let's just check both the walls first, because something about from the window to the wall. There's a song about it. And I think it's good advice. So I'm gonna take it. Gotta be super meticulous. I think I got everything. Yep, got everything. Now what we have to do is get these lanterns. If my hair could get out of my face, it'd be perfect. Okay, that's both of them. I think we got the whole mine, more or less. Now what? We can check, the thingy here. Fort Red. Guess we never completed this section over here. Oh yeah, I see some of the dirt. I'm gonna blame it on the gnome in the wash bin. Oh, that was quick. All caps. I picked the wrong day to wash my hair. You ever just wash your hair and it gets all in your face and then it like tickles everything? Ugh. Getting ticklified by my own hair. It's not the funnest feeling ever. It's not letting you watch the stream on your phone. It might be a codec problem. What browser are you using? Is it Firefox? Because I know someone else is having that problem with Firefox as their browser, but it was working on Edge and Chrome. The Twitch app of all things. That's odd, because whatever I'm doing, Twitch shouldn't care. It should be able to support it. I could have sworn I saw a little bit of progress not made on somewhere. Just now. Weird. Well, we did it! I could always check Firefox and see what's going on, because it might be linked at some point. Great job at the paintball. It's absolutely spotless. I can't wait to serve it to Mickey one last time. I'm sure he's been working on his strategy for this all week, but I've come up with a new maneuver for which there is no defense. Bring it on. I had to say it like that. You know what? Let me go ahead and check Firefox right now. I don't have a pin. Firefox. Oh, Firefox is updating. Also, no one told me that the sound was off this whole time. Twitch.tv/my name. Mute. Yeah, I'm getting an error 4000 on Firefox. I don't know why. Okay, so it's like browser settings and stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of like fixes that are kind of insane. Apparently it has to do with extensions. So if it's a Switch app, I would try uninstalling and reinstalling it. Is this the Dirt Finder General? I got your number from Mayor Jefferson down the road. He said that you're really powerful, which is just what I need right now. Something amazing is happening to me, and I feel like... And my feeling has always been follow the energy in life is a charging station. Huh? Is she an electric car? Gonna call her Felicia Margot Tesla. Got her. By the way, does your name mean that you only do general dirt like dust? Only most of my dirt is much more specific than that. Thanks. Bye, Felicia. I will have to summon the almighty water gods for this. For real. Oh. Oh wow, that's delicious. I mean, that too. Bye, Felicia. Okay, I'll stop. I can't say I'm the biggest fan of margaritas, though. And she texts me saying, I just love animals. I do the age-old joke of why don't you marry them, but... that's just creepy. If I were a bird, I'd be a darn fine worm puller. Can I curse in this game? But my nuts would be awful, and some people can't process that. Anyway, I've been using my back garden as a feeding station for the town's cats for some considerable time. Anyway, before you judge me on my choice of how I'm cleaning these tiles, just hear me out. You break it up into 2 sections. Also, this must be really satisfying if this was like in real life, because the water would just flow through these channels and drip down. So yeah, I kind of wish I could see this in real life. Also, what if the inventor of the margarita's last name was Margarita and she's just a descendant of it? Wouldn't the alcoholic drink be named after her? Huh. Those tiles are different from these tiles. Okay, then. I wasn't expecting that, but okay. Yeah, we'll just go down. Cleaning these ceiling tiles like a moss. Makes me wonder if her brother is named Malibu. Or tequila. Can't say I'm the biggest fan of tequila, but Malibu kinda goes hard. It's also a song lyric. I realize I'm not getting the whole ceiling. That's what this part's for. Oh, these are all separate sections. Okay, then. As I fall down. Let's try that again. This time we're gonna crouch. Oh, trust me, I got plenty of techniques that I picked up. Slash invented. Slash figured out. I don't have names for them, but I should. Could be funny. The unlimited water comes from this thing called I'm a Pokemon, and I'm a water slash psychic type. That's my headcanon for how you, don't run out of water and how you can move things with your mind like this. Also, hi, Chad. Welcome to the game where you get to play with the Moss Blaster 5000. Courtesy of I'm Moist Industries. Licensed by Wet Noodle Brain Studios. where you can think with your noodle, but your thoughts are still gonna be limp. Anyway, I'm doing pretty good. How about you? Imagine making a mural out of like a random pebbly road thingamajig. Instead of mi amor. My day was pretty good. I woke up, had some coffee, I cuddled my blanket. Not in that order specifically, but there was an order involved in what I did first. And then I took a nap. How was your day? Okay, this mosaic is like the opposite or the inverse of this. Instead of a path being in the middle, there is a bush in the middle. Kind of like the presidency throughout the most of the 2000s. Haha, American joke. Well, pretty sure we got most of this. Except for these little sigil-y thingy-majiggies. I don't know what they're called. So they are now sigil-y thingy-majiggies. That's good to hear. It's always good to have a good day. And if you ever have a bad day, that's just life, toughening you up and showing you that there's a reason why good days exist. Because if you don't have bad days, what defines a good day? If every day is quote-unquote a good day, where do you draw a baseline? And with that thought-provoking question, I'm going to clear this area out to put a bench down. Or a step stool. imagine popping into this stream and then you're just like, oh, this is a thought-provoking stream where I have to use my brain? Yes, yes, it is. I am undoing the last 5 hours of the TikTok brain rot that you have been exposed to. I'm purging it the way that the Imperium and 40k purges heretics. With gaming to keep your attention. Where the heck else? The top. Of course it's the top that I missed. So, what did you do today? Did you go do stuff productive? Did you sleep in? Did you do the greatest thing of all time, which is hug a plushie all day? Because sometimes you just have to do that. Sometimes it's just mandatory. They don't look at it. Or they don't look it, but cats are hopelessly helpless animals. If they didn't look so cute, nature would have killed them off years ago. Jeez, Felicia. I mean, she's probably not wrong, but at the same time, jeez, girl. But they've always been safe here, and as you can see, incredibly well fed. I don't see any cats. Got up about 9 nam. So clearly you live in Vietnam. Laid GTA. So you laid the Grand Theft Auto. I mean, there are characters where you can do that too. In Grand Theft Auto. Made some money on there. How about you? I literally got up, had coffee, and then, like, went back to bed. Like, that is the summary of what my day was like. Oh, I was watering the flowers thinking that there was, like, hidden, dirt behind there. Hi, ladder. Sit there, ladder. Good ladder. I was gonna work today, but I ended up just being like, you know what? I've got a lot of stuff to take care of. So I might as well get to it. So I did that instead. And it was worth it. Just had a few things running through my head just now. That's why I went quiet. Been thinking about expanding my skill set. My professional skill set so I can make more money. So I can spend that money on delicious food. And the delicious food will, I don't know, bring me happiness or something. Good food tends to do that. Speaking of delicious food, one of my favorite things to eat that I feel is a good protein-fueled substitute for pasta is egg noodles. If you haven't had them, try them. They're delicious. They are peak deliciousness. I also feel like they're better for you as well. Less in carbs and all that. So are those supposed to be paw prints in the dirt? Or is that supposed to be... Because it kind of look like flowers a little. If those are paw prints, they are like 500 pixels to... What's the word? They're not very high fidelity, I suppose. High resolution? Might be high resolution. Okay. Stuck on the ladder. Let's not do that. I feel like we just about got the entirety of the courtyard floor. Oh, I'm also drinking lemon tea, so that's pretty good. But it's like the fake lemon tea that you get at the supermarket. It's not like I took a lemon and a tea bag and then like slowly made it over like a 40-hour process or anything. I didn't make it the way a monk would. But honestly, that does sound pretty good. Monk made tea. That's a business idea. Their slogan could be Unleash the Monkey. Business name. Monk Monkey Tea. And it's all sweetened with monk fruit. I wonder how much backlash I would get from like the actual monks in the country. Let's do this part first. So you open up a shop like that in a very rich city, you will make bank. A lot of rich places like to be a lot more like, what's the word? They're conscious about their health and the biggest things that are affecting like overall health in their country. And in the US, that's like sugar and stuff. So if you make a tea shop that uses monk fruit as a sweetener, and you can make it really good, you could make a killing. Maybe not drive a Maserati around town kind of killing, but like, you could pay off your car payments and be done with that. Or half your student loans, that works too. Everyone asks where the unlimited water comes from, but no one asks how I can clean this pool with an absolutely stupid amount of water. But how does it never fill up? That's the part I'm curious about. So it was such a shock when all the cats suddenly took off on me. That explains why I don't see any cats. Meow. I've given them nothing but love, affection, and cod. Specifically not salmon, not roe, or salmon roe, not even tilapia. It was cod. It was then that the people started knocking on my door, demanding their cats back. Also, the pool is now not disgusting anymore. I suddenly felt such relief. It wasn't me after all. There, now it's not gross. Look how clean it is. You can almost see the uneven paint marks. Look at that. C- job from the painters. And this is supposed to be a villa. More like whoever painted that pool is a villain. Got him. Hashtag joke, hashtag funny, hashtag I'm a comedian. If you don't use chlorine, it's probably gonna get that dirty. A lot of people don't realize, but maintaining a pool takes, quite the schedule. You need chemicals, you need someone who knows the chemicals, unless you're willing to learn yourself. You need, like, a whole care schedule for it. It's not just chlorine, too. Pools normally have, like, 4 different chemicals that you have to maintain. I'll deal with the railing later. But Yeah, when I was younger, we used to have a pool in the area, and I would see the guy changing out the chemicals by adding a little bit more every once in a while. He'd come by, take a sample of the pool water, test it, and if it was like a weird color, he would add chemicals and test it again. I assume they're safe because I'm still here to talk about it. And I don't think it caused me a whole lot of drain damage. Oh, got the stairs. You should have been here, like, I want to say maybe 3 streams ago when we were doing a food truck, because that got really dirty, and that's my curiosity. How does a food truck get so dirty that when you look in the ingredients tray, it says mold as one of the things you have to power wash off? Like, how is that food safe at all? Let's look at the floor here. We'll get the trim, clean that off, and that should separate the wall from the floor. I remember one time when I was younger, I accidentally left a hose on when it was in the pool, because I think the pool was a little low. And I forgot about it overnight. When I woke up, the pool was basically almost reaching the rest of the like floor, but not quite. So yeah, that was probably like a $200 water bill. If we run out of clean water anytime in the near future, it's probably going to be my fault. And I apologize, but there's nothing I can do about it now. old joke that we are going to have to start drinking plant-based water. That reminds me. As soon as we're done all the DLCs, which is probably going to take me about 3 years, I can finally play Resident Evil 5. That'll be fun. Till I got my absolute butt beaten off. Doesn't Chris Redfield punch a boulder? For no reason. But he just punches a boulder. I remember that being like a running joke in the game. Because it's like, it's so unnecessary. He could have just pushed the boulder. He could have kicked it. Like Leon did to every door ever in the original. But no, he punches a giant boulder that probably weighs about 3 tons. And it moved. How do they expect me to get up there? Oh. For real, like, on God, no cap. I mean, video game physics makes no sense to the point where when Red Faction Guerrilla came out and that game had physics in it, it was like the biggest thing ever and probably one of its biggest selling points. That and the game knew that it had jokes in it. Like, it called you out if you killed your brother. So I don't remember seeing any giant monkeys in the game, so I don't know why they called it Red Faction Gorilla. Unless the player is supposed to be the gorilla. Then again, real physics are kind of difficult to make in video games. Just the amount of math required is gonna absolutely just make your processor explode. I remember taking a class called Applied Physics 1 in college. The concept made sense. The professor couldn't exactly explain it, though. I feel like he was better with physics with calc, not applied. But one of the prerequisites for doing physics with calculus is you had to take calculus. For some reason, I wasn't getting the same answers as a test, so I couldn't pass calc. I think there's a conspiracy that told me not to pass the class. Or the college just had it out for me. I don't know, it's one of the two. Are you really surprised that developers can make jiggle physics? Anyone becomes an engineer when they're repressed enough. It's why dudes are so concerned about getting the blue pills to their door. They even made them in chewables as well. Sorry, eyelid was itchy. But yeah, dudes will become engineers anytime they absolutely need to for that reason. It's actually kind of funny. The part that amuses me the most is that they have a slider in these games for the jiggle physics. It's like, how much of the physics do you want being done? It's like, I can choose? What happens if I turn the slider all the way off? What if I turn it all the way on? How much jiggle or how much lack of can I make? I feel like I'm gonna need this one. Little step stool. The part that amuses me the most, though, about jiggle physics is that they put it in games where it's not necessary. Like in some RPGs where they have like chainmail bikinis, and it's like, first off, the armor doesn't make sense. Second, why are there jiggle physics in a game where you're supposed to be like destroying the boss? And instead, everyone that's playing the combat tanks are just all gooning. It's like, bruh. We lost to the boss of this dungeon because Goonmaster 69 couldn't keep it together. Because the healer was too dummy thick. Probably an actual conversation that was had at some point. But if the cats weren't here, where were they? I don't know, Felicia. Why is your name in your obsession with cats? Why does your name sound oddly like feline? Huh? Explain that one. I need to know who is feeding them and more importantly, what. Ask the cat named Big Chungus. He'll tell you. I spend my nights prowling the streets, searching for clues, and my days concocting incredible chowders. I don't think you're supposed to feed cats chowder. But no luck. Honestly, probably for the best, though. Because again, you really shouldn't be feeding your kitties chowder. What this? A clean tile. Cool. Like, if you're feeding your cats chowder, I'm pretty sure that's a case to call CPS, Cat Protection Services. But, I don't know. I could be wrong. You see my hat? It's a rabbit. It's not a cat. I'm not a cat expert. I'm also not a rabbit expert, but that's a secret between you and me. Don't tell anyone else. Looks like someone's inside the casa window. Doesn't casa in Spanish mean house? Like the old saying, tu casa, or mi casa es tu casa. Which means my house is your house. The English equivalent would be make yourself at home. Now, if you're trying to say that in a respectful and polite tone, usually to someone who's older or in a higher position of power, you would say mi casa es su casa. Because that's a more polite version. This has been Spanish Lessons with Shita. I don't know a lot of Spanish, but I remember that much. And if I'm wrong, I have every right to go back to high school and yell at my teachers. Pretty sure one was from Argentina, the other one was from Spain. But I might be forgetting stuff. Or just cuckoo. Thought this whole stream would be mostly jokes, but turns out I just gave everyone 3 college credit hours. Yay! How to do this other roof. I'll leave you in the background while I play. Have a lot of fun. Don't forget to drink water. Okay, Azza. I'll take your advice for it. Drinking now. You're right, it's delicious. Especially when it's not water and it's actually tea, but my body craves the taste and the electrolytes. Trying to see if this strategy is any better than the last one we used. Doesn't help that a bush is covering half the tiles, but if I admit to that, that would just be a skill issue. Don't worry, be happy. That's a whole saying. The Gen X version of that is live, laugh, love. And I hate it because it's so basic. It's not, like, thought out. My version's a little bit more metal. My version is maintain homeostasis. Enjoy humor. obliterate sadness. Cue the new music. Honestly, I think this method is working a lot better. A lot faster. Ow, my ears. I really shouldn't be having my headphones on with earrings in, but here we are. I don't know. I said it because I heard it in a song. It probably is in a song, let's be honest here. Although if I don't remember which one, sorry if it bothered you that I put it. No, it didn't bother me at all. Trust me, it takes a lot to bother me. Besides, if I get bothered by something, I'll just mute you for like 10 minutes or something. And tell you to cool your jets. And I mean, come on, Asa. Have I ever done that to you? Could I ever be so cruel as to put you in the timeout corner? I don't think I've ever done that. This Asa is a good Asa. Yay! You know what? It's coming together nicely. Now the question is, how the heck do they expect me to... Oh, ladder, right. Can I parkour up there? Hold up, hold up, hold up. Uh, huh? Almost. Got it. You're... Blarg! Stupid. Yes, Asa's a good Asa. You are a good human. Maybe if I hump the railing long enough, I'll eventually get up. Just good. You know, just good. A good human. At least last I checked. I'm not an expert, but... Ha! Parkour! I wonder if I'm the first person to do that. You are a good human. Far as I know. I mean, I don't know your life. But I hope you treat everyone with kindness and positivity and patience. Give yourself hugs. Hug a plushie when you go to sleep. It's the little things like that that'll make you happy and want to give more positivity to others. At least that's how it works with me. No, you get the Grachi. That sounds like a really nice plushie, honestly. Gosh darn it. Well, take two. And a one. And a two. Up to daisy. Almost. Up to daisy. What color? The red color? Or the fact that when I do this, it's white? Because that part I do actually find funny too. Because it looks like we just have to clean off an entire goon cave, and it's just hilarious. Okay, that time it's acceptable that I fell. Oh, okay. Have fun. I'll be here blasting away. Like a power washer. Or a pirate. Hey, pirates and power washers have something in common. So I could have just done this the whole time. Well, good to know I can just jump on bushes. That's helpful. Not that size clean. I swear, people have said that because I use a lot of summons in Elden Ring that I didn't have the skill necessary to actually take out the bosses on my own. But I'll argue that if I can make that jump, I probably could beat the bosses 1v1 without any summons. It would take a lot more tries, but I could. So I feel like I'd have to set aside a whole day to, like, play the game. If only I could do that and I didn't have work. But if I could, I would. So I guess if they've all moved on, then maybe it's time for me to... Everyone, that's an example of how to use the two of the twos properly. Lesson in grammar. Okay, once the garden is all cleaned up, I'll be able to have guests around again. Lots of them. Yeah, dumb work indeed. Sure hope everyone likes chowder. What the heck is with Felicia and chowder? Not the cartoon either. If she is talking about the cartoon, then her tastes are peak, but I don't think she is. I mean, the work that I do does require quite a high amount of understanding and thought behind it. So I'm glad I'm able to do something that requires specifically my knowledge. But still, I feel like with enough time and effort, anyone could pick it up. It just so happens I happen to know this stuff, and not a lot of other people do. You know? So, yeah. Here! I'll let everyone know right now. When I hit affiliate, the next game I plan on streaming on Sundays is going to be Sekiro. The game that should be my bane, since you can't summon, you can't block because there's no shields. You have to get good at parrying and dodging. I'll stream it live, and I'll do it for 6 hours if I hit affiliate. Every week. How close am I to affiliate? Not very close. I've got everything but the Twitch updated their thing. It used to be that you need to maintain for a month 3 viewers on average per stream. Now you just need on 3 separate streams to have at least 3 people watching at all times. You want me to stream for 24 hours? I don't know if I had the stamina to do that. I can try. But I feel like a 24-hour stream playing something that would absolutely just wreck my day should be something reserved for, like, Twitch partnership. So I'm not going to do something that's going to put my health at risk, like I have to beat this really hard video game before I can go to sleep, and I have to chug caffeine to stay awake. I'm not going to do something like that, because that would just, you know, don't be stupid. But I might do something like 12 hours every day until I beat the game. Something like that. And I'm not allowed to play anything else. At least on stream. I've got a few games I gotta check in on every day for a few minutes. if my stream ever becomes the #1 viewed thing on Twitch, I just switch to a face reveal or something like that. There's a lot of ideas that I've been thinking about. The really ludicrous ones are like, how likely is it that this is actually going to happen? But, you know, if it does and I'm pleasantly surprised by it, then it's appreciated and I'll definitely do something as a thank you. To be fair, I never thought that my YouTube would hit over 100, but here we are. I thought maybe at most it would get like 50 subscribers and that would be it. Now it's at over 400. And all I do is upload my old VODs there. It is pretty awesome. And I am thankful to everyone that got me there. Especially if not all of it is just ASMR. Which seems to be my most watched video for some reason. Don't know why people are into it that much, but... hey, whatever boats your goat. Speaking of goats, Goat Simulator is definitely something I should play. I might do Resident Evil 5 and then 6. It depends when I get horrored out, aka if a game is like too spoopy and I need a break. And then I'll switch to like something wholesome and fun. Just to get away from the horror for a bit. I wonder if the game Prey technically classifies as a horror. Is it a first-person shooter? Is it a shooter horror? Is it a survival horror? I guess I gotta check the Twitch tags. Or not the Twitch tags, the Steam tags. My brain decided to have a little mini aneurysm there. Good thing that roof is clean, I wouldn't know how to get up there. Since apparently I'm allergic to using ladders or something. That reminds me, I gotta upload all of my old VODs tonight. Pretty sure I'm running down to like the last one I have scheduled on YouTube. Oh yeah, I scheduled the VODs ahead of time because sometimes I'm busy and can't stream on a certain day. And I still want to have something going up for those, for days and weeks where I'm not able to do a lot. I forgot those little things were individually counted. I will have to get to them at some point. Bill is an interesting word. Sounds like ice cream cake. No, I want ice cream cake, and it's not fair, because there's no freezer space. Ice cream cake. Now that it's starting to look like fudge. Like chocolate fudge. Yeah. How am I gonna cook this? I mean, clean this. I guess like that. Okay, we're done with that one. definitely picked the right nozzle for the job, didn't I? Thought I was getting to the end. Completely forgot about this little subsection here. If only there was an easier way to kind of like navigate this. But we'll make it work. And... yeet. Nailed it. Totally what I wanted to do, by the way. Totally 100%. How do you say that? Tower facade? I thought a facade was something that's fake. Or is that just English being, you know, we take from other languages and then we mess it up? Have to rely on the tower for this one little thing called the bars. I could also probably just blast him with this and see what happens. Nope, yeah, it's like the top that I can't get to. Okay. Woo! What the heck else are we missing? Well, we're missing the upper walls. I don't know where, so you know what we're gonna do? that. The courtyard walls. Is there something obvious that I'm missing here? Guys, help, I might be colorblind. Or just bushes are getting in the way. I guess we're just gonna blast it until something happens. Okay then, that apparently worked. Let's go down the list. Casa porch steps. Oh, yeah, I guess we kind of did gloss over that a little bit. Roof planter. Wait a sec, where's the roof planter? I see a upper wall planter there. 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 I don't see a planter up here. What the heck? I'm not going crazy, am I? I didn't see a wall planter anywhere. But like on the roof. We'll skip that one for now. Apparently I was hitting it though, because it's at 99%. Doorstep. Courtyard. Oh, right, the railings. Tower door frame. And now for this gosh diddly dang casa roof planter. Yeah, I'm looking for something like that, but like on the roof? Is it this roof or that roof? Oh. I'm like looking and I'm like, okay, what's the casa? It's that thing. What's on the roof? This thing. Where is there plants here? Oh, this one. Yay! Look at that. It's all clean now. It's all good. I can't tell you how clear my mind feels walking around my garden now. It's like you've taken out my brain and soaked it in formaldehyde. Felicia, please never say that again. Already the universe has spoken to me. I was staring blankly from my balcony down to the hanging baskets below, wondering what my life's purpose was, when one of them suddenly fell to the floor and flipped over onto its back. It all came to me, my new calling, run a home for disaffected land turtles. Interesting way to take a sign. So that's what I'll do. Isn't life incredible? Say, do you know any romaine lettuce wholesalers? Oh yeah, turtles like that, don't they? Looks like next we have an excavator from Maureen Hamilton. Not related to Alexander Hamilton in any way. But we're gonna handle that next week. I'm hungry. And I got food that I want to eat. So I'm gonna go get some food. And eat. Yeah. But thank you all for joining me. I'm gonna, I can go outside, but from there. Okay then. Gonna head off and get some food and have a good night. And I hope you all have a good night as well. Peace out. Bye bye.